Hi, I'm Lizette LaForge from Beacon Windows, and I'm here today at Condo on the Bay. We have a very interesting project we want to show you. What we're going to be doing to this door is refurbishing it, but in addition to that, this has a special problem we're going to discuss in just a minute. Refurbishment, when you're working on a sliding glass door, it's important to be comprehensive. So first, let's listen to the rollers. You take a listen to that roller, it sounds like a freight train is going over your head. So when we replace the rollers in this door, we're going to be using a stainless steel roller that has precision sealed bearings. That means the bearing area is sealed. And that's extremely helpful when you're dealing with salt conditions, sand, and other kinds of dirt, fecal hair, pet dirt, things like that. Sealed bearings do not require lubrication. So it's very, very useful. And then of course the housing itself is made out of aluminum, and then the roller itself is stainless. So we're really looking at a good quality roller to make these doors roll beautifully. The next thing we do with the sliding glass door in refurbishment is we replace all the weather stripping. And if you take a look, when I rub this weather stripping, you can literally see I'm creating a dust pattern, and little pieces of weather stripping are falling off onto my thumb. And this is common and typical in anything over 7 to 10 years, along beaches especially. Really, weather stripping wears down at about 10 years, and it needs to be replaced. And the efficiency that you get back on a sliding glass door when you replace the weather stripping is dramatic. Weather stripping's purpose is to stop howling, drafts, we don't want water intrusion, and we do want to keep our air conditioning, and that's the purpose of weather stripping. So when we work on a door, there's typically 5 areas we see weather stripping. This is an example of one of them. Now I'd like to share something else about the track. In this particular door, the track is actually being eaten up by corrosive elements. And you can literally see that here as the track is just absolutely going. It's completely missing in many places. It gets more aggressive as you get over here. And then over here, there's just pieces and things just literally falling off. So we're going to be removing this track and replacing it. But also, because tile is going to go on the outside and we don't want the tile higher than this track, we're going to be lifting this door just so slightly, and we're going to be using concrete to do that, so that we can basically help keep the height of the door higher than the track that's going to be outside, so we don't allow for any spalling to get underneath it. We don't want any water to get into there and allow for spalling. The other thing I want to mention is, here's another spot where there's weather stripping. This is called a sweep, and over time this ages. And this is extremely important, especially if we have a lot of wind and water at the same time, because if we have an aggressive wind with water, it will literally allow water to spit up through underneath the track and onto the floor behind it. We definitely don't want that. So we'll replace the sweep. So when we get this all done, we're going to show you the final video so you can kind of see how it all pulls together. But whether it's as extensive of a problem as this or just a regular simple refurbishment, we specialize in comprehensively making the whole door well. So let's take a look at what happens when we're all done. So here we are at about halfway through fixing the sliding glass door. The panels are completely ready, they've been refurbished. And what we've done here, I'd like to show you down here in the track area. What we've done is we've cleaned out all of the track and cleared the entire area right down to the concrete. Underneath this door we had wood, which was very unusual, and it was stuck quite strongly onto the track, but that's all been cleaned out. And now we're creating basically a damming area so that we can put the concrete up. We're going to make the concrete slightly higher than it was before. We'll be using some hydraulic cement and other Portland cements and so forth to make a really nice seal. And we prepared the surface in this area with a bonding agent, so it's going to stick really well to the original concrete. So we are ready for our pour. We'll get that done. Then tomorrow, when this is nice and set, we'll come back in and reinstall the door system, and the panels that are already completely ready will be added back in here. We'll just do our final adjustments and we'll have this finished. So it's coming along. We're really excited. Here we are putting the concrete right into that area where the track will be added tomorrow. And we're over here mixing concrete, making it nice smooth consistency using hydraulic cement. So here we are finished on this door. It's taken 2 long days, but let me show you what we did. First thing we did was we thoroughly refurbished the door with new rollers, weather stripping, and all the things that make that door functional, just like we did in the other door. Remember, this one was the problem track door. So first we'll go over what we did. We did put in new rollers, so now it moves very nicely, very smoothly. And then if you focus in here, you can see we've added weather stripping. So that weather stripping, remember the whole purpose of weather stripping is it's designed to make the door very tight. I don't want to hear wind, I don't want to see rattling going on, and I certainly don't want water intruding. So that's what weather stripping is about. And let's go down here to the bottom track, and you can see a few more things we've done. We've added the sweep down here at the bottom, which is a rubberized skirt, and its purpose again is to keep howling drafts and water. I don't want water spitting up underneath my door. But this door had a special problem. The track itself was so badly damaged. And in addition to that, because tile that's going to be put on the outside was going to be higher than the original track, we had to raise this door. So we completely removed the old track, and in this case, because it was extremely damaged, we replaced the track and we put a bit of concrete underneath it to give that door the height that it needed. So now we have a nice new smooth surface that will last a really long time. So, as we've discussed before, at Beacon Windows, we're thorough and comprehensive in all that we do with sliding glass door refurbishment. Sometimes it's a little more extreme, like this one, where we have to replace track, but most of the time, standard refurbishment, that's not what you need to do. So if you have any problems with your sliding glass doors, please feel free to connect with us. We are more than happy to help, and we very much specialize in quality refurbishment. Thanks so much for your attention.